everybody, welcome back to Homestead Heart, and today I am outside planting some grapevines. Now I have about 3 different varieties of grapes that I have planted so far, and I'm going to show you those here in a moment. I have a total of 5 grapevine plants, okay, and 4 of them have already been planted, but I'm going to take you along with me while I plant the very last one and show you how I'm planting it as well. So let's go ahead and get to it. All right, y'all, so this particular grapevine that I'm planting right here is the Concord grape, and it looks really good and healthy. And I got this from Lowe's, you know, big box store, right? I got this from Lowe's, and I have 2 of this particular variety. Now I ordered a Reliance grape from Stark Brothers, and I'll show you that one too. It's really small, and I paid a bit more for that one than I did for these. These were not that expensive, as you could see. These were not that expensive, and I'm gonna be honest with you, looks like I got a lot more for my money with this one right here. Well, actually, all of them are a lot bigger, and they were a lot less expensive. Wow. So yeah, this looks really good. Even the trunk on it, as you could see, a really strong trunk on this. Nice size. All of them that I picked up were a very nice size, and very healthy. So I'm excited to get these planted in the ground. Now I'm going to show you how I'm mixing the native soil and, of course, that black cow. I'm going to show you how I'm mixing it to hopefully ensure that I get a good healthy start for our grapes. And this little old something even has the nerve to have, look at that. It even has the nerve to have some grapes growing on it already. But let's get to this mixing part, because this is the key for me. Let me show you. All right, y'all, so what I'm going to do first is show you, I have dug out a hole. This hole is probably twice as deep as it needs to be, right? Which is fine. I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. All of this sand that I have dug out of this hole, I'm going to use a lot of that. I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. Now, for the very bottom of this hole, I'm going to go ahead and I'm using this black cow, and I'm going to do equal parts of this. I'm filling up this container right here with the black cow, okay? And this is just based upon the size of the hole, all right? So that's how I'm measuring this. I'm going to dump it in that bucket right there. And then I'm going to get some of the native dirt. Equal parts, and dump it in this bucket. And then I'm going to just give it a mix, okay? Now that I have that mixed up, I'm just going to dump it in the hole. All right, and that kind of brings the hole back up halfway to where it needs to be. And what I'm going to do next is go ahead and put in some blood meal and some bone meal. So I'm just going to take a handful of the bone meal, a nice big heavy handful or 2, and the blood meal, which is nitrogen, and put that in as well. And then I'm just going to mix it around with my handy dandy tool. Mix that around in the soil. All right, and then I'm gonna Set this to the side. Now here comes the fun part. Now I'm going to take this container here and I'm just going to like put a little pressure on one side and turn it over and do the same thing here. And all I'm doing is making sure I loosen it from the pot, right? And it should slide right out. All right. Now, the next thing I do, you all, is I look at the roots and I'm looking for any type of infestation here. And so far, I don't see anything that would concern me. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is just loosen up the roots because, as you can see, the roots are going around, right? So I'm going to go ahead and just like start to loosen these roots up to just let them know that, hey, you no longer have to spin around in a circle, right? Now you can grow out and down. I'm going to do the same thing underneath. Just ruffle up the feathers a bit. Just so they know that they can, hey, you're free to move about now. I'm going to sit this in the center of this hole. Okay? I'm going to bring you a little closer. All right. So now I have some sand or the native soil that came out of this hole. I'm going to mix in 1 part of this sand or the native soil to 2 parts of this black cow. Okay? 1 part of the native soil to 2 parts of the black cow. I'm going to give this a mix first. Just because it's easier for me to mix it when it's not so much in the bucket. Alright, and I'm going to add another scoop of the black cow to this as well. So this is 2 to 1 on the top. It was equal parts on the bottom, but 2 to 1 to fill it in. And mix that around. All right. So now I'm going to backfill this halfway with this mix right here. Okay? Phew. And I'm just going to move that around. Okay. Now I'm going to mash this, push this around, and make sure I mash it down to remove any air pockets, okay? All the way around. Now, before I fill the rest of that soil in to bring it level with the actual plant itself, I'm going to take a nice handful of this fruit fertilizer, 2 handfuls actually, and just sprinkle it around. And it's just the Job's fruit and citrus fertilizer. I'm going to take a nice big handful of the azomite. Just a nice big handful. See that? And I'm going to sprinkle that around as well. Now, I'm not worried about mixing that into the soil, because all I'm going to do is take the rest of my mix here and dump it in. And make sure it's even on both sides. Okay? Then I'm going to fill that in around. Now, All right, now that this has been planted, you all, I'm going to show you what I do next. All right, y'all, so now what I'm going to do is take this soil right here, and I'm going to literally make a bowl around this grapevine here to kind of help hold in the moisture. Just going to use this to rake the soil close by, rake it on around, and I'm just making like a little mound right here. All right, now the grapes are planted. So right here, you all, this is the Catawba grapes. This one and this one is a Catawba grape. Weird name. Now this one is the one I got from Stark Brothers, and it's called Reliance. And you can see there's a big size difference here, right? There's a pretty big size difference there in the Reliance grape that came in a little pot from Stark Brothers. Now this one is my Concord grape right here, right? And so is this one right here. And they are all planted. And as you can see, all of them have this little well that I made around them just for the purpose of holding in water to get them set and stable, because I did just plant them. Now this is what I needed to show you on the Catawba grape right here that I didn't even notice at first. Look at this. I need to tie that back up to that stake right there. But it already has a little bunch of grapes on it. How cute, right? Okay, so all of the grapes are now planted. Okay, now that the grapes are planted, we are going to trellis them up. We are going to use 4x4 posts. I'm going to cut them in half, and we are going to use cattle panels to make like an arbor to go over for the grapes to be able to climb over from side to side, right? Because I do have 2 rows. I have 3 on this side and 2 on the other. And I don't know, I may try to get another Concord grape to go on the other side just to kind of balance it out, 3 on each side, or I don't know, we'll see. Because I do want this entire area that leads into the melon patch to be where our grapevines are, and to kind of make it like a beautiful little entrance into the melon patch right here. Okay, so you all, that is what we're going to do with the melon patch. Hopefully sooner than later. I might have to take care of it by myself, which is fine. I mean, I know how to cut a 4x4 in half. I know how to put it in the ground and put some cement down in there, right? So I can handle it. It's no problem, right? Now look, right here, this is the pot that they came in from the big box store, okay? And this is what the one came in from Stark Brothers, okay? See the difference? Big difference. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I think this one was 20 plus. Yeah, and this one was 13. So, now what we're going to do, now that they're in the ground, we're going to see how they stack up one to another, because Stark Brothers guarantees that their trees and grapevines and all, they guarantee that they will grow and develop and produce, okay? So we're going to compare it side by side and see what happens, okay? All right, so yay, the grapes are planted. So now all I have to do is just at some point, is something on me? It's just at some point start digging out my holes to get my post in to connect the cattle panel to. And the reason why we're using cattle panels is because they are good and strong instead of fencing. And to be honest with you, building an arbor out of wood is just too expensive now, y'all. We already have the 4x4 posts, right? We've always had them just kind of laying around over there in this stack of wood over there. You know, they've just been there. And I think I got 4 or 5 of them over there, right? So I'm just gonna, I don't know if I'm gonna cut them in half yet or not. I don't know. It might need to be that strong to leave them together, since this is going to be 5 grapevines. I don't know. Y'all post it in the comments below if you think it'll be okay if I cut them in half and cement about 1 foot in the ground and then use the fence staples to secure the cattle panels, or should I leave them whole and bury them 2 feet in the ground and use the upper 6 feet to support the cattle panels? Post it in the comment section below. I've never planted grapes before, so this to me is brand new. Let me know what you think. All right, y'all. The only thing I'm going to do is just mulch this area. I am going to put some ground cover down in the center of this, just some weed barrier, because I don't want to have to fight with weeds while the grapes grow. I don't want to be trying to get up in there and cut it with a mower and all of that, you know. So I am going to put some ground cover down in the center and on both sides. Yes, I am. All right, y'all. That's going to do it for today. I got to get these babies watered in. I'm probably going to put, I don't know, a few gallons of water in each hole just to soak them in real good and give them a good start. And they've already been fertilized, so I probably won't fertilize them for another 3 to 4 weeks. And that's that. Yeah, that's that. And I am going to continue to use that citrus, that fruit and citrus fertilizer. I think that's a pretty good fertilizer for them. Yeah. And I put the blood and bone meal down in the hole just to promote the root growth and to promote some leaf growth, right? To get more greenery going on these since we just planted them. Okay? All right, y'all. So that is going to do it for today. If you haven't done so already, go ahead and give our video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, to our channel, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss a single video that we upload to our channel. All right, y'all. Thank you so much again for watching Homestead Heart. Peace and blessings to each and every one of you. Don't forget to post in the comment section below about that 4x4 post. I really want to know. Okay? I'm going to see y'all in the next video. Grapes planted.